Welcome back. Now we're going to talk about automatic billing. If you haven't looked at our billing settings yet and figured out how to set them and which things they affect, maybe you want to look at our billing settings video first. To do so, you simply click on tutorial videos and then you click on billing settings, watch the video, and it'll bring you up to speed. Okay, Hydroscribe has the ability to do automatic billing, but you must first identify the customers that you want to bill and at what frequency. And we're going to look at how to do that right now. The first thing I'm going to do is hide the stats so that we can look at the entire menu. Then we go to financials and we click on schedule billing and it brings up this menu. Now the first field on the menu gives us a choice of pay online with credit card or mail, check, or money order or on schedule. Now the purpose of these first two settings here is to allow you to focus on one group as opposed to all your customers. Let's say for example you have a large customer base, 500 customers, but only 100 of them pay you by check. The rest of them actually log in online and pay you by credit card. You wouldn't want to have to print out 500 invoices just so as you could mail 100 invoices out to them. So this just allows you to separate them into groups so it's easier to manage the process. Okay, so we're going to set up some invoices for people who mail checks to us. And then the next thing we have to figure out is how often are we going to bill them? So as you can see from the list, you can bill monthly, twice a month, weekly, and so on. I'm going to select monthly, and my first billing I want to occur on August 22nd. That'll be my first bill date, and I want to charge these people $100. Now the next field says charge customer for each visit. For this demo, the answer will be no, but if you wanted to bill your customers on a per visit basis, then you would click this box here, it would put a check mark there, and then any amount you enter in this field would get charged to that customer each time your pool tech visited. Okay, so we have selected the frequency and the date that the first billing is going to occur and how much we're going to charge. So now we just have to select the customers that we want to apply that charge to. So I just simply click in the box that corresponds to those customers, and then I click the update button, and that's it. Those customers are now scheduled for billing starting on August 22nd. Now, suppose I wanted to set up another group that I want to bill starting on August 31st, and I want to charge them $120. How could I set that up? Well, the first thing we would have to notice is that we already have these boxes checked. So we need to clear those boxes so that any new group we set up will not affect this group. The easy way to do it is to simply click the clear form button, and if you look, it clears them all at once. So now we're ready to go. So now I want to set up a second group that's going to start on August 31st, and I want to charge them $120. And now I just have to select that group and then click the update button. And now those customers have been set up to be billed on August 31st. And we can verify this by going back to our menu and coming back in so we get a fresh display. And now when we look at the customers, there they are. Okay? So now as you can see, $100 these customers will be charged starting on August 22nd, and these customers on August 31st will be charged $120. Now suppose we discovered that this customer we set up shouldn't have been set up. How do we undo it? Well, we simply click that checkbox, go up to the top and select on schedule, and then we click the update button. And now, if we were to go back to the menu and come back into schedule billing, you would see that that customer is no longer scheduled. And that's all there is to scheduling the customers for automatic billing. There are some things that you can do to ensure that customers are accurately billed, and I want to cover a couple of them now. So let's go back to the main menu, and the first thing I want to discuss is a way to look at the invoices before the billing actually takes place. Yes, you can do that. You go into invoices and you run trial invoices. When I click run trial invoices, it creates the invoices using the information that has been configured in the system. And we can take a look at one of those invoices. As you can see, this customer had a previous balance of $200, and now they have a service fee of $100 added. There was some taxes included, and that's their total. We can go back. Now, when we look at the invoices, remember we said that we can group the invoices by cash customers or people who pay by credit card to make it easier to look at invoices. So here are the options. You can view invoices by looking at the ones that pay by credit card, and you can view invoices for the people who pay by cash or checks. You can view unpaid invoices, or you can view paid invoices. These would be larger groups of all your customers, and these would be in the individual groups that you've set up. So let's look at some credit card customers, and you can see here by the display a couple of these have already been marked paid, and that's why they are listed in green. Okay, so we have seen one way of making sure that our invoices are going to be accurate by running trial invoices. But there's a way that's just as simple, and it allows you to look at any potential problems that you may be facing with your billing setup. To do that, what we're going to do is we're actually going to run a report. So we go into financials and we click reports, and we're going to select scheduled billing pre-check, and our billing is going to occur on August 22nd. So we can then take a look at the report, and there it shows me that I'm going to have a few problems. On the left, it tells me what the problem is. For example, it tells me that this customer's account has a next bill date of August 31st. So if I try to run billing on August 22nd for this person, it won't work. And if I want to change it, it tells me exactly how to do that in this column. We have a video that shows you how to use these tools. So you can click on the tutorials videos button and go ahead and click on that video and watch it. Now, the last tool I want to show that you can use to find potential problems or even problems after they occur with the invoices. You click on invoices and you scroll down and you select diagnose a billing problem. You're going to select the customer that you want to check out, and our bill date is going to be August 22nd, and we have a choice of specifying whether this person is set up for scheduled billing or I'm going to manually bill this person. I'm going to leave it scheduled billing, and I submit it, and here it tells me this person does have an issue here. It says customer 1217 has $55 worth of charges on hold, and then it tells me how to check on those charges. So again, we have a video that explains how to use this tool, but it's very simple. The left column tells you what's wrong, and the right column tells you exactly what to do. Okay, so those are the different ways in which you can look at whether a customer's billing is going to have issues or not. Now we're going to go back to the menu, and we can look at a couple of invoices. So let's say we're going to look at invoices for people with credit card, and I can look at an invoice here. So up at the top, as you can see, I can print the invoice. I can even add a message to the invoice that will be printed when I click the print button. So when I click the print button, it shows me a PDF of the invoice. Now notice that the PDF includes a return slip, and the return slip allows the customer to remove the bottom portion here, keep the top part for their records, and then mail back the return slip with payment to you. Here's your address of where to mail the check, and it includes your phone number and your email address. So now the customer has no reason not to be able to send you payment. Okay, so now we've looked at the invoices, we've looked at different ways of looking at the invoice. We've also looked at ways of ensuring that the invoice is going to be accurate even before billing actually takes place. So that's all there is to automatic billing.